What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear and crew here for Merrowstrand, episode 24.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday yet.
It is Tuesday.
It's
Tuesday
yet?
So excited. I love this day of the week.
It's already Tuesday. No, it's
Okay, Eeyore.
I did
It's
kick up the
Tuesday.
fryer today.
Ooh, what'd you make?
Just did a little experimenting on my boneless wing recipe and did a 1 hour brine instead of a 4. The flash brine, as expected, not as good as the 4 hour brine, but we learned and we ate some chicken. It was still delicious.
And in the end, everybody was happy because it was delicious chicken, I'm sure.
Yep, and my entire neighborhood, including the 17 deer that come up in the evening, are terrified of my jet engine as it goes off in my backyard because it goes kaboom. Pretty awesome.
Those poor deer.
Yeah, they are
We
not.
pulled this burner off a 747.
They're not pleased with the fryer noises. That is for sure. But it pushed them down just a little bit, so then everybody on our road could stop and block traffic for like 7 cars and look at white-tailed deer, which they've seen their entire lives in Missouri, but ceases to amaze people that they gather in more than 3 or 4, and people are like, "Oh my God!" Majesticness.
Do they buy chicken wings from you? Hopefully they do.
No, they eat everything. They're garden-fed deer. They're the most pampered deer of all time.
Giant rats that look cute.
Aw.
Very true. Very true.
Aw.
Yes, they are.
They're so silly though. They're
They're-
the goofiest animal.
They're delicious rats. Oh, hey, what's up, John? Very
tasty.
delicious rats, I must say.
So tasty.
Who's got big announcements they want to let folks know about?
I don't wear glasses anymore.
Yay.
It's a choice
Yeah.
that he made, guys. It's not. It's nothing.
Yeah,
my
I can't
choice.
see anything in front of me.
I'm choosing
So-
blindness.
I might, this way I can never see a nat 1 ever again because I literally won't see it.
Hey guys, eyes are a muscle. You need to strengthen them.
Yeah, I do my blinks every day. No, I got LASIK on Friday, so I'm in the process of healing. But yeah, I can see without glasses. It's wild. But yeah, so it can be a little bit of a different vibe on stream every week for a while because it's still weird to me. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
Still rocking a black shirt, just no glasses.
Well, that doesn't change. Okay, the eyes may have changed, but the mind is still the same.
But the soul remains black as ever.
Yes, dark and eldritch.
Love that. Over here, if you guys haven't seen Atomic Pumpkin in stores for this fall, go ahead and grab yourself some Atomic Pumpkin. Best food beer on the planet. So good. I
love it.
highly
They call it
suggest.
Spicy
I love that it's
release.
yellow pepper. Like it's like pepper. It's not even like pumpkin, but like it looks fall, so it looks like pepper, like yellow peppers. It's like
Habaneros.
Yeah, whatever.
Spicy.
I was gonna say they literally
it's
crossed
funny.
out special.
I don't know.
and said
It's just like
spicy
it looks
release.
like it's like a fall mantle, and I'm like, I just look closer and I'm like, oh, it's just peppers.
'Cause
Like it's just
I like
jalapenos
the
or
way
whatever.
that They did the logo. It took me off at first when it was like pumpkin spice, but it was like crossed out and it's like pumpkin spicy.
Mhm.
Get it?
I see you. It's funny.
No, those are all pumpkins that had their backs blown out, Adam. That's it.
Give me
They
a
got
year.
they got
and
put
I'll
on the spicy
understand.
site.
I'll relate.
Get some Atomic Pumpkin near you. We love you, Voodoo. Thank you. Anybody else with big announcements for the week? Well, I will take the lead once again and snag it. We got D&D on Thursdays until the end of the year, everyone. We have a 5e D&D campaign with my buddy Robbie V and Dado, Ruben Sargasm, and About Time Joey, as they're going to play 5e D&D, 2 of them for the first time ever. So we have a little campaign called the Rising of the Black Worm on Thursdays at 6 p.m. So get you a piece of that starting this week.
Is that WYRM or WORM?
Why?
At least he's asking you why bring that up.
Yeah, as in why you ask these questions.
I mean, there's a lot of there's
a lot
some
of big
fearsome
worms.
there's fearsome worms.
Yeah, there's
Actually a whole other
campaign.
campaign, like what's that? Fear Run, Purple Worm, Run, or whatever. I can't remember what Matthew Lillard's campaign is, but it's got worm in it. And typically, people actually die with purple worms when they come out. Unlike most of my campaigns, where somebody gets partially dissolved and then saved, most of the time it's just death.
Worm poisoning's no joke.
It's gross.
See, it was a valid question.
Blame trimmers. All right, if you're gonna blame anything, blame. They're the reason that large worm that and Beetlejuice for us that are of age. Yeah.
Yep.
No Dune.
We can't forget about Dune. Come on, guys.
That's true.
Thank you.
Dune such a well. Now that we have a modern movie, before then you had to really go back into about Mang timeline to get it.
Yeah, you have to be a super nerd to be like Dune, bro. Dune.
Yeah, man.
You know that's it's Dune's around the same timeline as Star Wars, right? It's like a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Later, a little bit later.
So the book is much earlier, but the movie is mid 80s because it took so long to.
Movie's mid 80s, yeah. So for some reason in the zeitgeist,
on the Dune movies,
it feels like Dune is older than Star Wars, but like, oh, everybody's seen Star Wars. Everybody's seen Star Wars. Not everyone has seen original Dune though.
Star Wars continued on after the 70s. Dune got its one little ring in the 80s. Yay!
Well,
People saw
in the early 2000s, the Sci-Fi Channel did a pretty decent job at it.
That's true.
Pretty decent.
Sci-Fi Channel, always
so good.
Always a coin flip on what you're gonna get. Speaking of good stories, I'm gonna give it a shout out. I have not actually played the game, but I am watching the story right now. Mortal Kombat 1 has a fantastic story. I highly recommend going and watching it as a movie. It's like a 4-hour CGI movie, and like you don't like the old Mortal Kombat's, you picked like one character and then you like fought your way like through the tournament or whatever. This, it like seamlessly brings you out of the cutscene into the fight. Oh my god, it's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Timeline and everything. It's like it's pretty cool what they did with him.
You aren't the first person that recommended that to me. It's been recommended before by another person. It was like, dude, the story is hella worth it.
It's so good. Yeah.
Also, that universe is just very fun. Like, I mean, it's cheesy, but it's very
cool
fun.
Concept that fits perfectly to just keep going.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And
they set it up so well to just never end.
Never die.
Literally.
I love Kickboxer and those old cheesy movies I grew up on. So Mortal Kombat and having a karate tournament or martial arts tournament is always going to be like, oh man, that's great. In the balance of the earth. It's such a dumb concept, but I love it so much that one tournament decides the fate of our universe.
I haven't watched all of it yet, but Sam Riegel's Luke Cage is chef's kiss. It's so good.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't got to yet. So much on the list, I haven't even completed Baldur's Gate.
Hey, I made it to Act 2, guys. I committed.
Wow.
Oh man.
Finally finished all the quests somehow to move on to Act 2. Somehow.
Cheers to you.
Gotta complete everything, guys. You gotta figure out a way to complete literally everything without closing anything.
Yes.
Why do you think I'm still playing Starfield? I don't know how anyone's finished it yet. I
I'm
can't.
terrified to start.
Dude, and Cyberpunk looks so good right now in their update. I want to play it for the first time.
God.
It's getting such good reviews.
I've known this. I've been waiting for the like, okay, once they drop the definitive, like, this is what our release would have been if we hadn't got pressured by stockholders to release early moment. I'm like, this is it. This is totally it. And hey, I know that Phantom Liberty is going to go on sale right before Christmas. So like,
There should be a nice Steam sale for that one.
That's for
I've already got it re-downloaded and ready to go.
And they said make sure to play the game. Do not jump, because if you jump, it forces choices that you may or may not want to have.
So play the original and then go into the
And then go into it.
Okay.
Yes, don't jump. Yeah, don't jump and they were like all the older content is so much better. Like you're gonna want to play the regular game and then hit the expansion. So there's no like they won't tell you this, but there's no rush to buy Phantom Liberty. Go in and play the free update all the way through and then get on the end. You're not gonna miss out on anything.
Everyone I know started a new character for that. Just blew out everything they did before, started a new character, and started to play the game until Phantom Liberty.
Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. We need to pick up where we left off over here. After going to the docks to finally load up on that fish fry, another nat 20 roll from old Bud reeled in a hell of a fey fish. As several of these monstrosities, the entire party had to battle ruthlessly. In the process, uncovering a strange green and gold cage. Finding property of Theris Galerum, one high elf that has been proven to have shown up inside Merrowstrand at least once. Overhearing a conversation with him and another drow, one that is now deceased, as they apparently did not get the job done. A connection between Theris and this fey vampire Dresden, all leading back from these mysterious galleons that had been coming from the fey. Uncovering all of this at the same time as Akiko losing herself to her curse and unleashing the storm onto Christain. Christain with a nat 20 being able to absorb the storm with no damage done. Our bronze dragon king being able to deflect any ill will that Akiko could perform. But upon getting yourself out of the pier, the water, and any other situation you may be, Akiko has run off towards the university, trying to find reason in the powers that she can't control. Bud with thoughts of the violent veil and what transpired in the docks in his head. And Tarben, Christain, Markos, still wondering what lies beneath the water that has been released from these galleons. And Krak with a new baby blueberry to join the family. Let's go ahead and just have a good old-fashioned D20 roll-off, shall we?
What's happening?
Wow. Nobody breaks double digits. Everybody stable at 10. No, you screwed it up, Tarben.
I only roll well when it's not in combat.
I was like, that's a 9 and it's the highest. I was like,
I love that.
Love that for us.
We're fuckiest.
Is there a Markos roll in there too?
Don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Bud. We're going to pick up with you first. Back at the crib. You guys have spent probably an hour post fishing excursion. Possum guts are gone. You have filleted what fish that you could from the Fae. We'll say we're slightly post-feast. Thoughts weigh heavy on you from your correspondence from the Violet Veil. I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check as everyone has gathered inside the kitchen, minus Akiko.
Okay.
25. You look back to the basket where the seagulls have always dropped incoming mail. Still nothing. No correspondence. At this point now, almost 2 days after investigating the docks, it's starting to get at you just a bit. The Violet Veil hasn't come into contact with you again.
I don't know. I just, I feel like maybe I should, I don't know. I'm just kind of talking out loud here, but you guys haven't seen any mail, right? It's not just, I mean, I've been not like focused on the mailbox, but I feel like I've been looking at it pretty regularly. I haven't seen anything coming in. Just wondering why the Veil hasn't reached back out. I mean, I need to give them my full report and let them know what all we've found so far, but I'm torn because I don't really know who to talk to. I don't really even know how to get in touch with them. I mean, they have their main address, but I don't want to just send everything that I have to their main address. I don't know, maybe I should go and try to meet them in person or something. I don't know, I'm new to this. I'm open for ideas. Is anybody, what would you do if you were trying to join a guild? Would you wait for them to text you, or would you text first?
I mean, I think the rule is like 3 days.
It's okay. I don't want to come across as like needy or like pushy or nothing,
no,
you know.
Man, you can't come on way too strong like that. You really gotta like let them come to you. Play cool, bro.
Everybody they said so far has been dead, so maybe they think you are too.
That seems a little write-offish. Jeez.
I mean,
but also valid.
And that's actually kind of a good point.
And
You were trying to get their attention.
You know what you do? You send them a letter that says, "Hey, you up?"
I hate to say so, but it doesn't sound like such a bad idea.
Should I spell out YOU, or should I just do the letter U?
No, man. Make it seem like you're eager and you're just lazy and just the letter U.
A you up? Okay.
I think I have the version of you up that you were looking for. And Markos is going to slap down on the counter a small piece of that cage bar with Theris Galerum's mark on the side of it.
I mean, that's got to be that. Like, if that doesn't get their attention, I mean, come on, they have to know that that's connected somehow.
Here's the deal. Let them know that you mean business. Don't send them the real thing.
Oh.
If you want, I can fabricate something that looks like that out of some crap we got in the yard.
No need to make a physical reproduction. Make sure it vanishes when they want to inspect it more.
But you got something that can do that?
I'm sure we can find the illusionist here somewhere.
Okay, I like this. This is coming together.
If they want to play games with them. Then they will need to ask you more questions. Give them a taste.
I like this. Okay. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna write a letter up. And then maybe I'm gonna go rustle some bushes, see if I can get my hands on an illusionist to maybe craft something up so I can send a little you up package.
I like it.
So that's what I'll do. I'll go and start working on a letter, and then run through my contacts list to see who can get me a fast illusionist in the known area.
I imagine you could probably speak with your lovely friends down at the dock and the hopeless ones.
Yep.
I'm sure there's an arcane trickster there.
Code Dennis.
No code.
If you've been watching, Dennis has actually been working at the bar in Galadleron.
God, no. Oh, God.
Yep. He's been there. Just got a job. So somehow Dennis got himself onto one of the galleons.
He got on one of the Fey boats.
He got on one of the Fey boats, 100%. Not the most recent one, but like that was way back. The very first one saw. Yeah, Dennis totally got on the boat. Dennis got out of town. You scared the crap out of Dennis.
You know what happened is Dennis kicked one of those fishing crates off the boat to make room for himself and his setup, and that's the fish that we ended up pulling him out of the ocean.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so I would like to, we can switch scenes, but I'm gonna draft up that note real quick, and then I'm not going to take that bar with me, but I'm gonna head to the docks for the hopeless ones and describe the bar that I want them to make.
Yeah,
and
you can
illusion for me.
You can totally auto success on that because that is one of the pieces of your background.
Yep. Like, hey, so I got this crazy ask. I know, it's been a lot back and forth, but I would like to ask a favor if I could get a little illusionary trick done, and that would be to Yara, or is it Yara? I think it's Yara.
Oh God, do we got two names? They're far too close already. How did this happen?
Oh no.
No.
Jahira? No, that's but Jahira's Baldur's Gate 3.
I was a little confused. I'm like, what?
I have it's like Jiruna or JIRUNARYBAR, something Rybar. Jiruna Rybar?
This is hilarious. None of us.
Aruba, Jamaica, come, I wanna take you to Bermuda.
An asshole that always rhymes NPC names. Yeah. We're very aware that every name can be rhymed.
That's Barry, and that's Carrie, and that's Jerry, and that's Larry.
Can't rhyme with Dennis.
Here's Braden, Caden, Jaden, Aiden.
Yes, well,
I haven't been laden.
Jarina Rybar is the name.
Jarina.
Right.
There we go. Jarina Rybar.
Rama, come.
All right, we've hit our quota. We've hit our quota, Adam. Thank you.
DMCA strike.
But I wanted to mix in Old Provoco because it had gone so well.
I was one bridge away from the joke.
Bringing it in.
Need the radio edit for that song. Need the radio edit for that.
Akiko. It's been an hour since you fled the docks and the rest of the party. It is evening time. Hasn't quite gotten dark yet. Let's make a survival check through the streets of Old Provoco.
Oh God.
It's fine. You've been there before. You were hungover.
Okay, survival check, gotcha. What's the worst I could have?
What's the worst that could happen? Oh, that's so good.
You show up to grade school.
Oh, that's so good.
Where am I?
You navigated so poorly, we forgot your headmaster's name.
I'm having a panic attack
Oh,
somewhere.
You were having a dream that you showed up to school naked.
Oh god, it's just me, really.
And you are
To be
naked.
fair,
For
though,
real.
you were pretty traumatized, so you're probably not thinking the clearest.
No.
It's one of those moments where you're hot, you're exhausted, you don't know where you are, and it's been an awful, exhausting day. Sun is just beating down. It's one of those moments where you're like, dear God, will you just go over the horizon? That hottest moment where even you lean your back against one of these dusty alabaster white buildings, just trying to catch a bit of shade. You don't remember it taking this long, and it seems like you've taken every single step, continuing to go further upward and upward. There hasn't been a fountain in sight either. There's usually someplace to cool off and to hydrate. But you turn and look, and you're just caught in the hustle and bustle, and you don't see a damn face that looks familiar. You're going to take 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, that'll do it.
As you stare out into the streets of Old Provico, I need you to make a survival check with disadvantage. Now give me just a second because I have to put the exhaustion on you, which is fatigued in this world.
Yay.
Cannot read. Properties. Undefined error. Cannot read. Let's try
I
that
also
again.
have that problem.
Cannot read. We will apply the condition. There we go.
Oh gosh, it's so terrifying.
Now you can roll.
Oh,
Are you kidding me? He's right there.
$23. It's probably a solid hour of meandering before you see anything that you recognize as the university, as you've literally only been there twice since you got to Merrowstrand. You were there for syllabus week and then to get your independent study with the headmaster. So at this point, night has absolutely fallen upon us. Torches light the streets. And it's that rare emptiness before things pick up for the evening inside the bars and late night restaurants. It is a very lonely feeling to be out on the streets at the moment. No more side vendors. The hustle and bustle beginning to quiet down. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Just not even gonna say anything this time.
22. The unmarked streets are just as confusing as they were when you got here. You're going to have to make a call at this point. You've been heading up as far as you can, but you don't know whether you need to go east or west, or even continuing further up. You need to roll 1d4. As you pick a random direction. We'll pick back up with you a second, trying to get back to the university.
Oh, that went so terribly.
I know, I just want to get you the...
Wayfinding is the hardest part of
But
D&D.
it fits the story, right? Like, it fits the story. You were not, like,
It works,
clearly
but
thinking.
I'm just imagine myself like I've retreated into fox form. I'm curled up around my tail, just crying.
You're at this point where it's like it's not even oh god, this poor girl's gonna be a victim out here. At this point, there's somebody that's gonna be like, oh sweetheart, come here. The next person that sees you is gonna become permanently attached and be like, here, let me help you out just a little bit.
I was just running this way, and then I took a left, and now I don't know where I'm at.
Tarben. Correspondence has come your way. As a letter from King Tonga has made its way, revealing news of these invasive species making their way into Merrowstrand's waters have already hit his main court. A call to arms has been issued and a bounty hunt to find the largest and most ferocious of the creatures that may have been let out into the sea. It is conscripting you for a hired party to go and hunt not this creature, but these creatures, as there are apparently 4 deadly creatures varying in deadliness that are still inside the sea.
Good news. Kind of. If work is good news. Those giant fish that we encountered from the phase ship. Looks like there's more in the water. King Tonga's looking for bounty parties to go hunt down the 4 deadliest creatures that are left. Hefty bounty on them. Still gotta pay for this place, so once we're full strength, I say we go fishing under the sea.
Markos is going to look over towards Christain. Of course, as wardens, it would be an honor to help clear the seas with you. I can conscript some funds as well for the venturing hunting party. See what we can gather. I'm sure that these beasts may need more than just the tools that we have. Especially if Tonga is asking us to go hunt them.
You and I are thinking the same thing. Armor up and get some big damn harpoons.
Agreed.
Maybe some underwater bombs for Krak.
Lots of bombs.
I can probably actually make both.
How big a depth charge do you think you can put together? And yes, that is a challenge.
How big
Without
do you
killing us. Without killing us.
want? No, that's a problem.
No. Whatever you can do. I'll take care of it. Markos is going to put a coin purse on the counter. Krak, this means that you can make double your daily bombs. So you can do whatever you want on your own accord on your crafting, and you can use your strength to make exactly that amount for the bounty hunt.
All right.
So it will be up to your discretion, depth charge, whatever's nasty for us in the water. We're up to your discretion. You are the bombs master. So the last time that we worked together, you did an excellent job on that 3-headed shark. Hopefully we can be that good again.
Don't go for many bombs. Go for just one big bomb.
Just put your eggs all in
One basket. If there's one thing you've learned from hatching an egg, it's all worth it to just go all in on one egg.
My fantasy character can't hear anymore!
What fantasy character?
And the next 30 episodes is just going, what? What?
It's so loud in the VFW tonight.
Don't worry, guys. I still got 2 fingers.
It's quarter draws out of the sea cucumbers.
Did you get a bingo too?
Any milk? Give me another cucumber.
Oh, that would be so dope. Having a little starfish that you move across your board. You're like, oh, everything is fun under the sea. Krak. In addition to be inscripted into a whole new set of bombs for bounty hunting, you also have your fatherly duties. You have a very hungry blue. Actually, no, because we've caught fish. You have a very happy, because he's got his little pot belly. Oh, he's had so much
so
fried
cute.
fish. Ooh. He's stretched out. He's in the one part of sun that's shining still before it's gone down on beachside. He's laying there just becoming a little sun owlbear.
Man, I know Akiko's really going through it right now, but she would be so obsessed with how cute this little thing looks right now. Look at it! And I just go in and just start tickling its little...
Pal is equally, like, Pal's up on 2 limbs, and, like, it's his little buddy. Like, he's been, wherever it goes, he's been side by side, just...
Is he riding Pal? He's definitely riding Pal,
Yes,
for
100%.
sure. Down the stairs, too. Just constantly, again.
They're both, at this point, he's on top of him. They're both just getting sun there. Little blueberry stretched out on top of him.
Being a dad's pretty easy, actually. I mean, who would have thought?
Gator raised owlbear. It's gonna do death rolls and weird stuff.
Proficient in stealth. An owlbear proficient in stealth. This is what we're creating. Oh, God. I love it.
You know those things are going to get a lot bigger. There's no such thing as a teacup owlbear.
I know. I want to make him some like cool armor right now, but I know tomorrow it's not going to fit him, and it's just going to be pointless.
I don't know. Tarben is
Maybe,
good
like,
with the
each
hammer.
day-
Why don't
each-
you
Maybe each day I can just put a new scale on it.
Yeah, he's been itching to get his hands back on the hammer.
Yeah, just something modular, right? Like something that you can just keep adding to.
That's kind of that's a good idea.
That's kind of what I was thinking. It's just something that'll fit him now, and then as he grows, we can add plates to it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I'm just saying we could start a whole line of these, a whole brand, a whole look for these baby owlbears. You know, those parents, they just go crazy for that stuff.
I mean, from what I understood, this is pretty friggin' rare. Like people were offering me big bucks for blueberry.
So even better, it's a niche market.
It's a boutique. We can charge 5 times what it's worth.
That's true. It's very true.
I think you all are getting very ahead of yourselves. Focus on the care of Blueberry first, and as much trouble as that we've gotten into, a decent set of armor they can grow into is probably the least that we can do. Matter of fact, as he pulls out some of those crazy scales from that fey fish. Look at there. Would be fashionable no less from here as well.
Tarben grabs a scale and starts to hold it up to Blueberry and making marks with his claws.
I can work with this. Some time.
Make him a good set of mariner's armor. I like this.
How much has the owlbear grown in just the few hours he's been alive?
Everybody wants this thing to go 0 to 60.
No, that's what I'm trying to get like an understanding. Like, is it growing rapidly, or is it just being a small baby?
It's still a small baby. It's his first day alive. He's allowed to have his little pot belly.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Not
He's
become
not able,
a menace.
Not able to carry my armor yet. That's all that matters.
Just wait. In about 17 levels. Oof.
I was looking to see, do they have an owlbear baby?
They better.
Does this exist?
Don't fail me now.
If not, I know there are places where I can get owlbear baby tokens.
I can't wait for the updated art, to be honest.
You want a toe? I can get you a toe by tomorrow.
I can get you a toe by tomorrow.
It's full
No,
grown.
that's wrong. It's supposed to have a bear head and an owl body, right?
I hate you, Dad.
Yeah, I think this thing came out wrong. It's backwards.
I think it's a bear owl.
Yeah, then eventually you'll have 2 little cards down there by your name. Blueberry.
Just like Bud and Pal.
Gotta catch them all.
Krak and Blueberry.
Yeah.
Or Blueberry and Krak.
Can't wait for the next art.
Blueberry and Krak.
That is my favorite breakfast cereal.
Your duo
Right
name
next to
could
Count
be
Chocula.
your duo name could be Krak and Blue. Like black and blue. Okay, see?
These are
Or
all
just BK, have it your way.
terrifying street names.
And you gotta ship it. It's gotta be a ship name. We're just gonna call him Crew, you know?
Also, is it spelled blueberry like BLUE or is it BLOO? Because I feel like it's BLOO.
I don't know yet.
Okay, that's fine.
There's definitely
I don't
a
think Krak
backwards
knows.
letter.
He just says
There's-
Blueberry.
yeah, there's
It's
definitely
like-
a backwards letter somewhere.
Okay, yeah.
Like you with the umlauts over it.
Yeah.
Blueberry.
You umlaut.
It's blueberry, don't want to umlaut.
It's like Motley Crue, bro.
Motley Crewberry.
Motley Zooberry. Ah.
Go ahead and give us an animal handling check.
All right.
Does he get advantage with all of his other dads helping him?
This is not two
Would that
dads and a
just be
baby.
nature?
We are Full House.
Project.
Am I let's see here. You would be what is it now inside here? Do they have an animal handling?
No, I think it'd just be nature, probably.
I guess that, diplomacy it could also be applied.
Yep.
I mean, my diplomacy is much higher than nature, so for a guy who decided to keep an owlbear egg, my nature's not great.
I think being a dad is easy right now.
You didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Basically what happened.
Let's
What happened?
let's go ahead and go with nature.
Okay, that's great.
Okay. Can I talk you into
Negative
diplomacy
3.
still?
Wait, where are the cards? Where are the
You
cards?
can tell it's an owlbear.
Oh,
'cause of
no.
the way it is.
The way it is.
Hands, party hand. Well, this is no longer in order. Great.
Most of it's in order, though.
Yeah, most of it is. I just got to rearrange these other ones that keep coming in as unknown. You know what? We're just gonna burn an advantage today.
Wow.
I don't think we're getting into combat today.
I will say
guys?
this is a right. This is a skill check, so you could just do Indom, right? If you didn't like the roll.
But I already clicked the button. Thanks.
Oh,
guys.
then there you go. You've committed.
If it fits, it ships.
Thanks,
Blueberry shipping.
Al.
Nature.
Oh, I just watched this roll off that 20.
Uh,
Oh, so close.
So good.
It's good for you.
I mean, yeah. Good thing I took that feat last time.
Oh, yeah.
So small.
17. You realize that, well, the fried fish has sated little Blueberry this evening, that you're going to have to get some more nutritional meals ahead. Particularly probably something that hasn't been totally covered in salt and fried just yet.
Something kind of fresh, but not really.
What are you, like a nutritionist? Jeez, get off us.
This is a child, not a choice.
You
Feisty.
can't give a baby black roots. I grew up on black roots. Thank you, Mad Mardigan.
At the same time, Pal is now advocating for a better diet. But we know this
also
isn't
roughage.
this isn't true. If you've seen what gators eat, this is
We're going
It's like when you have two dogs and you have to feed one a raw food diet and the other one goes, what the hell, man?
I get kibble. He gets that.
seriously, gators throw everything about science and trying to live longer out the window.
Oh yeah,
Eats
They just
literal
eat
liver trash.
monsters. Yep, and just live
Lives
forever.
forever.
Got good genes. I don't know what to tell you.
Sits in its own shit all day.
That's how it stays cool. That's you call it shit. I call it temperature regulation.
We got a downside though. We can't really do any zigzag running. So if you go side to side, get a little screwy.
As long as 90% of your life is just sitting there not moving, you can do this. It's an honest life. Christian. At this point, it has crested into evening, and there has been no sign of Akiko. What are you currently up to back at the house?
So, surprise to no one, Christain kind of steps away from the group, but a different light in a sense. When he got back to the house, the first thing that he did was take off his armor, and then he went towards the back to where the sun was setting on the beach face, so he could kind of be and watch the ocean and the sunset. And he meditated there. He didn't go to his usual spot that he'd found, but it wasn't kind of his standard sitting contemplative meditation. If you were to see him, he would be doing kind of a mixture of yoga, planks, push-ups. Like it's kind of like a workout, but also a very slow and methodical and practiced. And he's probably just shirtless, so you can see all of the scale tattoos like up and down, and you can see the dragon scales that are still on the side of his shoulder and kind of chest area are still there and haven't left. And he's kind of pushing himself and meditating and working up a sweat, like he's processing. He's battling with himself. It doesn't look like a peaceful experience if you were to kind of look at it and see him doing this. And he's been doing that for quite a bit of time, probably up until it becomes dark. And then I think he might find himself a bit more at peace. But I'm going to do something. No, he's not. He is not at peace. He continues. And it's just this repetitive cycle of meditation and working out, and like he's pushing himself, he's pushing against, and he's just in this perpetual state, and it's like hour, 2 hours, and he's just kind of like in his own world.
And remember, I feel a little bad because I feel like Christain, he did tell us to be on the lookout for him acting weird. Have you guys noticed he has not come off the lawn at all? He's still out there doing lunges. Should anybody go talk to him?
He's just trying to recenter himself.
I mean, from an experiment standpoint, we don't know where center is for Christian. We don't know what control is on an experimental basis. So for him to be like, hey, if I'm acting funny, maybe you should come check me out. Buddy, you're funny all the time.
Markos is another warrior. Are you worried about that man?
Christian, with my nat 20, does it look like you're pushing yourself past your normal calisthenics, and does it look like you're taking things maybe out on yourself a little extra hard than what Markos would notice in a normal
Yeah, 100%. But also, I think because you rolled a nat 20, just kind of watching me and kind of like getting that insight, the occasional times you would see the flare up of the blue underneath and almost the struggle. And I think you'd probably be able to tell based on the conversation and descriptions I've given that there's a literal battle happening inside Christian with the dragon soul right now. And he's working through that process, and he's well past any normal regimen of workout or conditioning or meditation, and it's just this constant that he's just trying to work through the problem, and it seems like it's something. I would say this does seem like something that is familiar to him, like it's a routine, but it's well past anything you've seen at this point.
From one warrior to the next, he knows that this is something that you need to go through, and he's just going to look out, and he's going to send his guidance just in the subtlest form. And for everybody else that may watch, it's just kind of a nod and an expression as he looks forward. He is okay.
Oh, okay.
Some things warriors have to work out differently than the rest. He absorbed a tempest today. That is no light matter. He's stopping anyone from helping you. As he is going to sit there and he is going to cross his arms He's going to see how long you last or how long you can take it.
Yep. That is precisely the process. I think it's fortitude, will, and it's just whatever fails, like, really goes, you know? Like,
Let's do a 3 skill check challenge. You will have a +1 from Markos's guidance.
for the will, I assume? The will saves?
You can use it for all 3
Okay.
in this. So it's going to go fortitude, will, fortitude.
Got it.
And since you've been putting the work in, we're going to start you with a 26, 28, 30 skill check.
Oh boy, yeah.
This is going to be rough to pass, I'll tell you that much.
Markos, as you start this, I bring down a small glass of my Balinor whiskey. Just set it in your hand and sit next to you and watch.
I don't even flinch from moving. It just goes right into my hand, and just the sip as he's just staring out. All right, Christian.
All right, first one. 20. 20.
Indom available for a saving throw, right?
No, I mean this is there's no yeah,
that's true. These are skill. Right.
No,
The
this is
tricky part is
exactly
that
what those are
it's-
used for.
Yeah. Yeah, because there can be repercussions if I don't quell the beast. so yeah, I'll try to push through. The will save is really the really important one, at least in my eyes.
I guess my thought with an Indom is you already rolled a 4, so there's not. You got a large swath of options
Yeah.
above the
Where's
4.
the party hand? It's not showing up for me. Where is it?
Go ahead. Somebody else can smoke the card for him. You worry
Yeah,
about
I'll
that
do it.
roll,
Right.
baby.
I'll roll it again. Add
Played.
32.
Oh,
Much better.
go ahead and describe the physical challenge, Mark.
Yeah, so I think Tarben and Markos are there, and it's probably the longest like plank push-up that should not be possible. It's this constant slow, just like plank position, and then it's like a push-up, and then it's down to a plank position, and it's just like sweat and muscles and strain and strength, and the whole time the eyes are closed, the breathing is heavy but it's controlled, and he's just trying to like push through. And again, and every once in a while, I think, especially Markos because of the 20, but I think Tarben, if you sit there long enough, you'll see this like in the calm poise of his face. Every once in a while, you'll just see this slight like jerk, like randomly, this like jerk of like just surge a bit, as he just continues this same position for probably 20-30 minutes. Yeah, and then we'll move on to the next, the will save.
DC 28 will save.
+1.
Is it okay that we're watching? I feel like I shouldn't be watching. Jeez.
This one's not as high.
Like bad luck when you watch somebody do a max lift.
Oof.
Oh,
Rolled right.
21.
This is the 28. Is that what you're trying to get to?
Yeah, this is the hard one. I'm gonna burn a do we have a lucky?
oh yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it.
We burn it for you so you keep moving?
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
All right, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate you. Here we go. Oh God.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, the will is breaking, guys. That is not good. That is not good. That's not what you want to have happen.
Now who can't control themselves? Yeah. Not so easy, is it?
Wouldn't be here if you didn't do what you did. No.
Go ahead. Describe for it as your will begins to break.
I think in that same position, you just see him kind of like pause before it was kind of this like fluid motion, and then he just pauses for probably 5, 6, 7 seconds before he collapses. I think he just falls to the ground. His breathing just becomes a bit erratic, and probably another minute goes by before he kind of gets up and gets on his knees. And this is the consequences when you do things like that. There's probably this kind of guttural voice that kind of comes out of him, and as he's sitting there, and he just says, "Next time, I'll take the power." And then he exhales, and then he just is still on his, like, sitting on his knees, crouched, facing the ocean, and he's just kind of still for a while.
Markos is going to set that drink down and just shake his head and go back outside the front to grab some fresh air. Akiko, picking a random direction as night falls. Roll a survival check again.
The eye roll. The eye roll.
As you double back your steps, the warmth of lantern light and a public fountain and actual people and some sidewalk cafes bring that sense of, I am still in the city. I'm where I need to be. I have not gone too far. If I can equate this to an old PAX South walkway, as you would find that hidden lantern district out of nowhere when you would go to try to find tacos at night, and it would be this illuminated block out of nowhere. And you were like, this is the most gorgeous, serene place. It just has that warmth of that kind of Firefly style light to it, where you know, I'm safe here. And you kind of attune to the moment. You look around and you can see that this is indeed the cafe district that surrounds the outskirts of the dormitories of Merrowstrand University. You can breathe a sigh of relief, but it's still nighttime. And there's no guarantee that you're going to find your headmaster this evening. What do you want to do inside the cafe district?
At first, I just kind of... I'm just, like, slowly taking, like, a lap around. Like, I'm incredibly too stressed. I have no appetite. Nothing smells good, even though I want it to. So it's just like a just somber walk around of where to stop.
you choose to go after and find your headmaster's office this evening? Or do you choose to find someplace to stay the evening here in this district and to try in the morning?
Being a college, I'm going to assume there's some kind of like temple-esque like area within, and I kind of want to go there and just, I've done some traveling between temples, doing learning off of this, and so I think that's where I'm gonna go and just stop.
Oh, absolutely. And it's an easy place to spot. There's a large kind of Spanish archway that leads in, one of the larger buildings that's on campus, that kind of leads into a old cathedral style, but it's much more like the Mariners' Church. There are the engravings of long voyages at sea. There are depictions of massive waves and sea creatures. It is also lit up the same cozy lantern lights, long rows and benches that lead up to a massive marble altar. There are a handful of people between different rows and benches, as pretty customary. There's in particular a white noise inside this chapel, and it is the literal sounds of the beach in Merrowstrand. You don't know how it channels it, but it is the sound of the tide sending and rescinding back and forth. It is a calming presence inside this temple. A large trident jets out that is back behind the altar, that has a sash of purple, gold, and seafoam green that wraps around and drops to the bottom. University colors. What do you want to do while you're here?
I'm actually gonna go past everything and up to just a flat, kind of just open floor space. And I'm gonna get out my backpack and I'm gonna pull out my journal and just start going through it and rereading my own notes. Trying to get as close to like the side candlelight to read as I can.
As you take that time to yourself, kind of center your storm. While you're here, you feel in control of yourself. You don't feel that chaos, that anxiety that transpired earlier, and the loss of control. That all seems to just wisp away inside this place. And that calm that you may have been looking for erases any fatigue that you had, so you can remove that from your character. Hours go by. Now, well into the night. There's a handful of people that have gone from sitting up and reading to slouched to some of them now are completely laid over in the benches, pulled kind of tucked up into the corner. You can see not the only person that is
Having a rough night.
having a rough night. Yeah.
You too? Oh, yeah.
I want you to roll a D100.
Wild magic.
An individual comes and sits down on the far edge of your bench. Long night.
You could say that. And I just kind of wave what I'm using to, like, you know, keep my place.
I've certainly had my fair share of those as well. As you stare back at a large individual, brown robes, very simple, shaved head, big pork chop sideburns, and the head is round as a biscuit. Self-induced or just those thoughts weighing heavy on your head?
You could say both, I guess, honestly. As I'm still just kind of re-going over, hardly kind of glancing.
Is there anything particular that you're reading? A popular book? Something from your university studies?
So it's just the journal that I would normally keep out, and as I'm going through every, like, 10 pages or so, I'll, you know, pull a letter out and set it next to me, and just kind of continuing to go through. There's a lot of drawings and things like that, but just every now and then I'm creating almost like this little pile of scraps in front of me.
Ah, an artist, I can see.
I've always found it better to visualize what I'm seeing. I can remember it so much better. These words are just, they're just words.
What draws your strongest inspiration?
What draws everyone's inspiration? It's home.
And I take it that you're far from it.
I haven't been back in a really long time.
If you don't mind me asking, I think everyone has something that they miss from home the most. Myself, a particular honey from those meadows back home can never really be replicated. That smell, fresh cut grass, and more importantly, the fermentation off of that honey. You partake.
I do.
It's a little bit mixed with some of the barley wine from back home. It's a good 50-50. You don't really know where it comes from, but this tankard with a couple of crossed barley stems is just there, kind of manifest out of nowhere as he pulls his arms out from his covered robes and hands it your way.
This is safe, right? This is college.
I
went to orientation. That was about it, but I did go.
I would hope that these old friar robes would do me good these days, but they aren't an indication of good character, I understand. So he takes part of the mug and pours it into his own. Takes a big drink. It's as safe as it can be until you have the second.
Oh, I appreciated it. Definitely makes things easier. But I was too young to drink, so. But I can account for the smells. That's a good semblance. I'm kind of taking a drink every time. I miss the festivals.
Oh. Festivals are the best. Especially come fall time.
I spent so much time in places like these, just learning and being learned. But my mom would always take me out for the festivals. In particular, it was the drums. Oh, my village. They had the best, just orchestra of drums. Before every new season and everything, it always had a meaning. They weren't random, but they were beautiful. So I think it's that.
I do miss the music back home too. Don't get me wrong, Merrowstrand can carry a hell of a tune.
They sure know how to get down.
And they seem to like his party as much as the mainliners as well. But I get that. It's always about this time too. It's that in between. When the seasons start to change, it's this weird feeling of anticipation and excitement, but also a little bit of melancholy. As it is the fall, as everything else is slowly dying all around you. But it's a beautiful death, right? It's part of the harvest. And I guess
It
it's
was
that.
my only time out. That's all I could do. That was my happy. Wow, I would give anything to see that again.
I'm sure things have led odd paths here. But there's no saying that you can't get back to there sometime. I'm sure it'll be a goal of yours.
definitely a goal.
But remember,
But
there's a lot
don't
of
think I'm
people
ready
here in Merrowstrand that aren't from here. That are looking for stuff as well. I'd imagine that there's more people here looking for new beginnings than there are the other way around. What can I say? Probably an easy assumption when you walk into a place like this. Little gaudy for my taste, but I shouldn't be so rude. By the way, my name's Barley. Braden Barley.
Akiko. It's nice to meet you, Barley. I really needed that.
Nice to meet you as well. And I hope whatever you're looking for, you find it. I really do.
Same to you. Even if it is just more beer.
Yeah, there's always more where that came from. And like a classic Irish goodbye, when you look back at your book, Braden is gone. But your mug with the crossed barley leaves of Shantae remains. No footsteps. No sound. Roll a perception check. $15. You turn around and you can hear birds chirping. And you feel fantastic. Hours seem to have gone by like minutes. No one else is inside the old chapel.
Just gonna hold the cup out really far and like kind of stare at it, stare down in it.
As you stare down in
I
it,
have to find it.
it refills.
Oh. This is the greatest day ever.
And here's the wild part. Based off of what you're thinking, it adapts to that kind of barley beverage. So it can go from non-alcoholic to any kind of barley-based treat.
I'm just gonna kind of cup it with two hands and continue to look around and just take in that smell that he described just so well, and just take one more sip and sit back down.
When you sit down and you kind of look towards the left side of this chapel, you can see that there is a secondary altar that's that's just 100% fall decked out. It's got like the horn of plenty and the pumpkins and the grains and the corn of all different colors laid across of it. Anything that could be harvested possibly laid out. And you see in particular large carved idols of the man that you spoke to.
I'm gonna look back down into the cup, a little more fearful this time. Oh, he definitely put something in this. But I'm gonna raise the glass back up, just right to him, and kind of toast off.
Just for a moment, you think that you could almost see a smirk or a smile from that wood engravement, from that large, portly man. As you think you may just have had an encounter with one of the old gods of Faltura.
Beer gods? Of course we have beer gods. This makes so much sense.
He's only my first D&D character. He's the original old god. And yes, Ben has created Braden Barley for me now. I'm so excited. My first D&D character ever. Oh.
I love it.
Seeing all of y'all's faces too, as he was starting to describe it, I'm like, oh, this is.
I'm like, I got goosebumps,
Damn it, there's an
man.
inside joke I'm not a part of.
It's legend. Well, I mean, you are now.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
you're
it.
there. You know
And
it.
you're like, no, she's here. I'm like, I don't know who it is. Whoever it is,
Yeah.
is she gonna help?
The god of good times and grain, baby.
Yep. The same when he mentioned Gil Everstorm. I was like,
Oh, just wait for that moment. It's gonna be great because it's
I literally cannot.
I literally cannot.
Braden stuff does hit differently.
Yeah, it does.
for
You got one
real.
of my favorite Tormund's Quest items of all time. the barley stein. Oh,
Yes, and that does refill. In true barley style, you must watch out. It's not once a day. It's
Whenever.
it's
once a
whenever.
drink.
So it's it's your own free will. It's your own free will on that one. Everybody else back at camp, what are you doing as those hours pass into the evening and there is no Akiko? Christian, are you still in the back? Have you migrated anywhere else? Are you still heavy breathing back there?
No, he once the stillness took place, then that's when he kind of comes out of it.
Once he established that next time he has to take the power, good. Okay, glad that was the final note.
When you're fighting your own soul and and greater being is trying to will you to do something, you struggle a bit. So I've got mechanics and stuff worked out. But yeah, once that happens, he'll kind of gather himself and then probably like take a shower or a bath or something first, because he's probably gonna like be the most casual because he's so exhausted, like physically and mentally, that I mean it's either a very early bedtime or at the very least, if like the guys are all hanging out on the front porch or something, just chilling, like having drinks, he'll probably go out there and just like sit with them. But like that's it. Like he's too exhausted to do anything else. So I think that's probably his zen at the moment.
Tarben is 100% in his zen. He's got a small fire he's using to heat up rivets as he's got this makeshift workbench set up outside the door where he can watch down the alleyway to see if Akiko is coming back. As he's working with these materials he got from Markos, he's fashioning these scales onto leather and riveting them together with the marks that he made, and he's in the zone. Like, he's finally got his hands in his tools and is starting to craft this baby owlbear armor out of these fish scales. And he's got a small crucible in the fire that's got rivets that are heating up, and he's pulling them out with tongs and setting them in one after another, just putting together this small but hardy armor set.
Go ahead and roll your crafting. One roll on this. This is just a baby set of armor.
It is a baby.
That 20. Oh, right there.
20 was so close. 23.
Well, Rusty. And certainly not your main setup. You're going to be able to get that mariner's armor fashioned with scales. After all, it is just rivet work, really. A little bit of tanning. It's not perfect, but it's certainly good enough for Blueberry.
I mean, we had to use those possum hides for something. I mean, where do you think I got the leather from?
It's possum leather and fish scale. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so good.
Would Bud have already gone to Jarena and gotten that connection, or has that not happened yet?
Yes. Yeah, I was saying that you got an auto success out of it. You don't even have to go through and role play. It's just like, boom, you got your connection.
There is one thing I would have wanted to have done with the hopeless ones, though, regarding working on a connection or some sort of lead on the unspoken. I earned a new feat. So I would have picked up, just, hey, in a way, and I don't know if you've heard any pieces about these faceless, unspoken ones that have been kind of running around the city, keeping people from joining guilds. It's kind of the line that we're going down. I was wondering if you had any leads, any insight, and I'll send you the skill so you can read what we need to roll on.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you, Bud, that we're laying low. It's been a day and a half since they were murdering at the docks. I don't know any more about the unspoken than you do. The less I know, the better for the moment. I just want business to pick back up again.
Well, and it can do that fast.
Don't you go stirring it up either.
That's all I'm saying. So just if you see anything, you know where to find me. I'm just, would just want to keep the eyes peeled. That's all I'm saying. Anybody knows what's going on in these streets, it's you. And I know that. That's why I come to you.
Roll your diplomacy.
Oh, I can do that. I'm going to use a D10 inspo. $23.
It's been all clear down here. But I have heard little reports about that vessel that exists that doesn't exist on a dock that exists that doesn't exist.
Oh, do you now? Okay.
I saw your little fish fry attempts over at the side.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that. Yeah, okay.
Everybody saw it.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't being subtle, that's for sure.
We
did clean up some of the possums.
We appreciate the possums being gone.
Hey, we could clean these streets up.
likely not your intention.
Okay, that's fair.
There's a place. It connects your little ghost ship. It's called Galadrion.
I keep a stone face, like I've never heard that name before.
Roll a deception.
Let's thievery. Do we have a deception? Oh, we have deception. There it is. Boop. Stone cold face. Stone cold face. Never heard Gladleron at all.
Oh, I'm trying to roll initiative. Why would it let me roll?
Never will again. Just get shanked.
You'll never will.
Anybody seen Bud? It's like,
Dead at the docks. Oh yeah.
no, you're unspoken because you'll never speak again.
Just barely.
But you know how horrible of a liar you are.
He just stares at her. Okay, so maybe I've heard of it before.
Yeah. They're going through the same problem that we are. Bounties going up for sea creatures. Not the only ones. I don't imagine you'll be having any more problems coming from there anytime soon. We heard the ship crashed.
It crashed?
In Gladron. In the Arbor District. Spilling out all kinds of monsters. You think we got the worst of it?
Jeez, I hope everybody... I mean, if it was anything like the one fish that we saw, I hope everybody's okay up there.
Well, put it this way. She's going to hand you a small pamphlet. Very worn, outdated, but it is the moon cycles of Galadrion. Let's put it this way. Whatever got out there will be here in 9 days. And it shows you the different places on the moon cycle that Galadrion teleports to. It's a city that truly never sleeps. It's got a lot of fey magic inside there, and it travels from place to place. So whatever got out there, if they don't contain it, will eventually get out somewhere else. Take that to note when you start looking around for these unspoken. Could be links from anywhere here.
That's a really good tip. I appreciate, and I kind of slide her over some gold for the information. So,
how much gold?
Just because I don't know what is the reasonable amount of gold, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and say a stupid amount. So the normal amount of gold that I would give for this interaction like this.
400. No.
1 gold piece.
Is that not what we normally do? Is that light? I forget. I got a lot of connections, and some people are a little bit cheap on the info than the others. I'm sorry.
She stares back at you with the 1 gold piece in her hand.
I slide 2 more.
She closes it promptly and puts that back in her pocket. Now, don't be going up and stirring up no shit around here.
Hey, your name's out of it. If we got to run these things
She
down.
pulls you down over to her height. I know how you investigators can go. You poke and you poke.
It's literally in my nature. But you got my word. We're keeping low profile. It's information gathering time. That's all it is.
I'm glad you're alive. And that's as much as you're going to get out of old Regina.
That's so sweet. Like, as I'm saying that's so sweet, I feel like she's just gone. Hey, thanks for connecting me up with the illusionist. Okay, it was good talk. Bye. Just make my way back up. And with 3 less gold in my pocket. Great.
Sounds like somebody's going to have to take a job.
That's it.
So-
I'm not going.
Krak would have been like training Blueberry how to hunt like little vermin around the house, around the like either around the house or like inside the house, finding all the rats and the the little marsupials and stuff around the house, as well as like thinking of how to take the bombs that he already has and just make them bigger. Always go bigger.
That'll be fine.
He took something Bud said and went, of the, well, you put all your egg in one basket, might as well try it again.
Love that. Little Blueberry. Slow pouncing on anything. He's usually about a second and a half behind. Pretty fun to see him tumble just a little bit.
I like let him learn some lessons, but other ones, you gotta let him learn some successes too. So I somehow paralyze the rat first.
The rat's like, why are you doing this to me? This isn't torture.
He's like, we were friends last week, man.
The worst day of my life.
Blueberry, no.
What about you, Tarben?
He has
Tarben
walked away.
Is
Oh, God, Tarben's not there.
It's
Yeah, wait a minute.
forgery.
Hands deep in that forge.
He also already made the armor, remember?
Yeah.
This is true.
I have a question. Did Markos leave, or is like he's
No, he
not
just
at the
caught some.
house?
No, he just caught some fresh air out on the porch. Yeah, he's come back in and he's been snacking on fish and just kind of watching all the evening activities.
Yeah,
I feel like-
Blueberry's adorable.
Probably while you were doing your extended calisthenics, Bud was doing his Jarina, and then as he comes back up the road, he sees that you finally joined the group on the porch, and like, oh, hey, okay, looks like somebody's back from their little workout session. You feeling better?
Tired. I'm feeling tired.
I mean, that makes sense. I've never seen anybody hold a plank for anywhere close to that long ever. That was some next level physical prowess.
Well, when you're sometimes you got to work through some stuff, and sometimes it goes your way, other times it doesn't, but it's the process that's important.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there was a moment there where we was watching you, and it felt like there was maybe that moment when we should go ask and check in on you, and Markos gave us the, snay on the Akante, and so we just kind of let you do your thing, but I don't know, I'm just trying to get a vibe check from you. I remember you saying how you wanted us to kind of help keep you in check and making sure you're not giving into the dragon or anything like that. So did you win? Did you not give into the dragon?
I'm fine.
Okay. Just checking in with you. That's all.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I was I've been sitting here watching Blueberry hunt a non-moving rat that has been laying there for 5 minutes.
Riveting content. I know.
Yeah. Well, actually, it is. He's tumbled over it twice now. Actually pretty adorable. And Tarben's almost done with the armor, I think is what he's doing. And
did Akiko come back? I wasn't gone too long, but I figured she would have been back by now, maybe?
No. I haven't seen her, but I also haven't looked.
Am I the only one that's concerned about that? Or is anybody else sharing that sentiment?
The way I see it, and speaking from experience, sometimes you need a bit of time away. And also, I think anybody that crosses her path and puts her in too much danger, she has her own bit of protection. I would know firsthand. So I think she'll be fine.
Okay. I will let it be known that my vote is that we go look for her, but I feel that that's fair to be outvoted on. I get it. I just... I'm not going to say I'm a nervous Nelly, but I'm definitely, a nervous Nelly.
Well, you're the investigator, but I'm too tired. If she's not back in the morning, then we should look, but she's probably fine.
Okay, I can sleep with that. I think. Honestly, the
go
person that
if
we're
you-
really gonna have to take this up with is Pal. Pal, are you gonna be okay with this?
Pal, not even paying attention to you, has been over there nudging the rat, flipping it over only to see Blueberry like pounce and miss and roll over, and like he'll get on his back and then do the little strut like, oh, he wants his belly rubbed. Long gator size.
Yep. Okay. I think he is also fine with checking out in the morning. I feel this okay. This is good.
But then when you say Akiko, he turns over and looks at you like, Dad,
I know.
where's my best friend?
I'm also concerned. I know. This is what I'm saying.
He's gonna.
Hey, we're gonna pause, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna let it see if she comes back, and if she's still not here in the morning, then we're setting out first thing, you and I, no matter what. I mean, hopefully everybody else comes, but we'll just it'll just be you and me tonight, I guess.
Just imagining him like waiting outside of my door, like why is it closed?
he's so sad right now. So sad. Oh, he's gonna be up all night.
He literally was at the top of the hill watching you run away.
Yeah.
Just.
I imagine him. He's on his side, so he can just see through the crack.
Through the bottom of the door.
Weird gator anatomy that you have to deal with in life.
I'm here for it.
Hashtag emo gator.
Christian, as exhaustion finally takes you for the evening, the thoughts come drifting back of power and seizing it in your hands. It was a day of both success and failure. Physically doing everything right, but your mind having trouble hoping with that ultimate sense of power in your hands, knowing you feel as if you could take that curse and break it and bend it to your will at any time. That true draconic greed and want for more weighs on you heavy. And you open your eyes and you can feel that cool, brisk mountain breeze from back home. To anyone else, this would be bone chilling, but in your form, it's almost welcome. It's like being in a hot room for too long and then finally walking out and getting that reprieve. You smell unsalted air. Thin and brisk, and you look down at that long temple floor below you. And you can see the fire pits of back home. And out of this large protruding statue in this temple, you begin to see your greed manifest as this young copper dragon begins walking out, just you and it, squared off at the top of this mountain temple. You blink and you open your eyes and it pulls itself further until it spreads its wings out. And looks back at you.
If you won't take the power, then we will.
When we get back from break, you're going to roll solo combat initiative with this bronze dragon.
You better have that relentless
you the
ready.
Only one to say, at least we're not doing combat.
No, I didn't say that. That was Tim.
He knifed that shot. Niced it all the way.
Go ahead and long rest your character sheet.
Wow, you get to fight Dragon Daddy.
I didn't technically sleep.
I think
I
he
don't
was
think
telling
we-
me.
I think I.
He's
yeah,
telling
I
me
was gonna
to,
say-
yeah. Oh
Like,
god.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
we
get
should
some
all
ice cream
click
before I
short
get
or long rest, right?
We're stress eating. Oh no, chat, we're stress eating.
Fine.
I'm gonna ice cream. I'm gonna go to Jack in the Box and get 16 tacos.
16.
And I'm gonna go to Del Taco and get a Baja
Jump
Blast.
from 2 to 16.
Can I get 2? No, I'm sorry. Can I get 16 tacos? It's literally the thing that they hear the most at the drive-thru.
Yeah.
It's like,
Can I get 2? No, can I get 16 tacos, please? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Whew.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Ooh. I'm so stoked that Braden made an appearance tonight. That is so awesome. Oh.
So Braden on my old god scale is 44.
What does the scale go up to?
I just have different of the old gods set on a D100.
I could have rolled
Hold up.
anybody, and I rolled Beer God.
Yeah, you rolled Braden.
I love it here.
my favorite number. So he's 44. He's
literally, I'll tell you, that in Tormund's Quest, the mug was one of my favorite pieces through the entire campaign.
I had to like stop looking over at Ping because like just everyone's faces. I was like, okay, I can't handle you guys right now because it was making my like laugh, and I was not supposed to be laughing.
Ben did an incredible job with Barley. I love it so much. It's him. It's his huge head, his massive body. After all, he is of human, Goliath, and dwarven ancestry.
He's
I mean, look at that thing. It's a bowling ball with a pack of hot dogs on the back of it, okay? And in the front.
I would love to see the neck after the hairline. Just a stack of 4 hot dogs all lined up.
She's just waiting to find a kid to pull his finger. Like, when I told him, I was like, Ben, you need to put the smirk on him like he's holding the fart in underneath those robes and he's waiting to find a kid to let loose on. Bass Hunter was wondering, is this the first time that Braden's appeared and not smacked his ass? Probably. He is. It is one of his trademarks.
Good old Barley.
Gonna go stretch the legs. We'll hold down chat for a minute.
Yeah, I should fill my water up.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say, geez, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was gone that long. Everybody was so quick.
He blasted the tomato. Yes, he did blast the tomato garden.
A bit of excitement and fear.
This is what you do when you create complicated characters.
Yeah.
I'm complicated. I was orphaned as a young boy.
Wait, is that you?
Where are the drugs? But yeah, that's about right.
Result. Now you don't have your glasses. Now you can see. Now you can read your character sheet better. And now you're gonna face a bronze dragon.
Yeah, it's great. It'll be fine. I'm sure. Or it won't.
I know next time.
Dragon Ball Z. It's like,
Akiko comes back to find the house completely leveled in ashes and cinder.
the ancient black dragon just standing there.
Dude, this map is so dope.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome, to be honest, that he has something like this.
Look at these, and these fire pits are burning too. You can see the light moving from them. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there.
And
It's
the
very
fact that
subtle
it's
in
like
there.
literally like
It's like when the water effect happened and we like didn't notice it first.
yeah, and the fact that it's like a mountaintop too is like pretty dope.
This is straight up Vostok, and I love it.
It makes me happy.
Hey Adam, who was your mud god? Past campaigns?
My mud god?
Your mud god. You got the guy who was made out of mud and then ascended to godhood.
Oh, Umber?
Umber. Is that Umber? Is that an Umber statue?
God.
It might be. It might be. Umber. Oh man.
Umber was the Uber Sith Lord of the mud.
Yeah, he was. He's a dirty daddy. That's what I call him.
Dirty daddy.
I mean, it fits. He fought better on his back than anywhere else.
Yes, that's right. He was the turtle.
Still became a god.
Still became a god. Still ascended to power.
Or was he always?
Ooh, that's the part we don't know.
Yeah, that was the big question over that.
Yeah.
That still screws with my head trying to think about that. It's like,
And I think the one thing I thought about that, like when I was creating this character, and I was like, there's similarities, but it's like I don't think I'm a god. It's I'm not a god already, right? Like, but it was like, everybody's like, oh, you gain power through time and all this stuff. So it's like, yeah, I just become a very wise, powerful ancient dragon. At some point at the end of this, if I make it, which very few do, but if I make it, like, and like I said to everyone, I'll be a very powerful ally. Like I would, like be very good to have, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not doing so hot on the old, fighting with my own soul type of vibe right now. So
Don't sell your rolls short yet, sir. You don't even know what your initiative is.
yeah, no, well, I meant prior to this.
I forgot.
Whatever you
Quinn.
don't say what could go wrong.
Quinn left you a drawing of your quarry. There's your dragon right there.
It's so cute.
That's what you're gonna die to, right there.
This
okay with
is
it.
the harbinger of your death. Here's
Kill
the
me
bronze
with
dragon.
cuteness,
A la
and
Quinley.
I'm fine with it. Okay. If Blueberry wanted to challenge me to 1v1 combat, I'm rolling a new character. It's just happening. Like
I'm dying.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
can
rolling a new
1v1 his
character.
blueberry.
he can pounce on my foot, and that's it. TPK. Done.
Done.
Dead. It's just, that's
Adam,
it. Yes.
this is a young bronze dragon. It is
Sick.
stock 1 level above you.
It holds planks for at least 3 minutes at a time.
Nobody else is coming inside this dream to aid you.
Sure.
It is you against
Myself.
yourself.
Can I add one flavor story thing to your amazing entrance to this dream?
Absolutely.
When the dragon, so the statue / gravesite of Ulroshan, my dragon, sits at the top of this mountain, which, by the way, this map is freaking awesome. The fact that you have a winter mountaintop altar place, sure, yeah, why not? Is there, almost from like a side path, when he kind of awakens, and sees this place and takes this breath from the side path, the whispers of in the pole attracts his gaze, and when he looks that way, kind of in like this black kind of void, the dragon would walk out, almost like silhouetted as like a cave or like the underneath of the mountain, that's kind of the dichotomy of the faith, is there's a good and a bad, and so this pole comes from underneath the mountain, or the opposer of Ulroshan, and that's where this Greek dragon would kind of approach from. That's the only thing I wanted to say, because what's funny is that I was literally going to have this like kind of thing, sort of like as a thing when you're like, okay, we're going to bed, anybody have anything else? And I was literally going to paint that picture, and then I was like, yeah, then I go to bed, and then you're like, you did it, and I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough, like, cool.
We played
Now
D&D
you'll
enough
never
for
sleep again.
Yeah, it's true. Oh boy, I'm ready to own this dragon.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
It's a 3.
Relentless.
Do we have relentless? I'll roll it again.
Use it.
Yeah, I'll roll it again.
We got a lint liquor.
We got a link. You little cutie queen.
You
All
lit
right.
liquor.
I
Do
swear
you need to
this
reset
day,
it for me, or
That commercial lives in my head.
It's rent free everywhere.
yeah? Do you need to reset the initiative for me? Is that
Here
how
you
it
go.
works? Appreciate you.
Arch your card too. You're good to go.
Come on, baby. Roll better. Well,
Okay, there you go.
Get that dragon.
It's above it. It's above it.
It's if you ain't first, you're last.
When you're doing solo combat, yes.
I suppose you're right. Oh God.
Wait a minute.
Mr.
doing?
Mr. Tien, it is your go.
Are those status effects left over from last combat?
Yeah, go ahead
Oh
and
yeah, I need to.
yep, those are all clear.
Okay, just making sure before we
Count's
start doing
like still
rolls.
immobilized. Just. Yeah. So he
Hey,
would draw his
paralysis.
sword.
shield up or down?
Down. This is a fight of will, and it's an assault. So he's going to charge at the Dargan.
Okay, I'm going to remove the +2 shield circumstance on you.
Is it still on there? I don't have it as held.
No, remember we've just been putting it in your armor class. There's an item, Scales of the Dragon, that's not lit up. Is that something you're using right now?
Yeah, I think I always have that, right? I think that was something that you had to add back into it, correct? Scales of the Dragon?
I'm just seeing it as an item, but it's not highlighted in your actual AC.
Oh, I don't even see that. That was something that you, so that was something on my old sheet that you had added on, and then I was supposed to talk to you about it when I redid my sheet, because I redid my sheet, right, to update it or whatever, clean slate, and I never added it, and I forgot to talk to you about it, because that's like the natural armor or whatever, but I'm wearing my armor, so it's fine, I'm not unarmored, so.
Something
no.
that only applies when you're unarmored.
Yes, I believe, so.
Okay.
We're fine with that.
All right, so AC 26.
Let's do it, baby. So yeah, he's gonna draw a sword and then hold it with two hands, and he's just gonna kind of get low, and he's gonna just breathe in once or twice, and as he exhales, you see that just the cold air kind of exhale from his mouth as it's just still for a moment on this slightly windy mountaintop. Snow around as the flames kind of flicker around as he just stares at this dragon, and then in a flash, just like a lightning crack, he charges forth, and I'm going to do a power attack on the dragon. I assume that this is not defending. It's not a warden's protection on any of these, I assume. Okay, that's worth a shot. All right, first one, here we go. 37 critical hit, baby.
Let's go!
Woo! And that's the best he rolled on all night, ladies and gentlemen.
Fully beat down with a big attack.
New eyes, can see his dice, coming out with a crit. Let's go.
That's a little hazy. So I just rolled damage on here, right? And then that should do
Critical
it.
damage.
Critical. Boop.
Big number.
Yeah, let's go.
All
All the way
right.
from being nice.
Health bar.
Still dragon. Still dragon.
I am getting the health bar.
No, I was chanting like, was it enough for it to cause us to see the health bar?
There we go.
Not a pressuring.
Oh, my shot almost halved him. Let's go.
Yeah, but it's gonna mess me up too.
Goes both ways.
And then I will just do another just one more regular strike at the Dargan.
And you can see it takes all of that slashing damage as you find purchase, but the electricity just absorbs into it.
Yeah.
But you do put a 2d6 bleed on them.
Oh, by one. Oh my gosh. Not as high, but every bit helps. Every bit helps.
Bleed or dry.
Another
then, yeah,
19 points of damage.
A big strike down, and then with the charge attack, and then just another quick slash, and then he just kind of takes like a step back, and then readies his sword, ready for whatever the dragon has, because that's my turn.
Oh, you're not gonna do a third? No, that's so crazy.
No. Well, I did the power attack.
That's right.
So
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Defensive position now.
Be gentle.
He won't.
I bruise easily. I just got new eyes, Rob. Please, don't let me see my own character die. No.
Being hit with this massive shot, it just rears up and goes into a draconic frenzy. It will take 2 claw strikes and 1 tail strike for 2 actions.
Oh no.
Sick.
Draconic Frenzy's a thing? I thought you just made that up.
I mean, he's the DM. He can do
Could
that.
have. You know, I mean, he could have.
That is his prerogative.
2 claws and a tail. All right, first claw strike.
Oh my gosh, I'm nervous.
Oh,
I had my shield.
shit!
Only I had my shield.
18
Okay.
points of slashing on the first claw.
Okay.
Ow.
Second claw. Will
Let's
miss,
go.
but won't critically miss.
It was close.
And
Should have had the shield.
the tail strike is at full map.
Oh.
You
Oof.
Dodging that crit.
Tail strike does 14 points.
Ow.
With them already below 50%, they will use their 1 legendary action to give themselves 1 more action this turn. I'm going to roll a coin whether they go for breath weapon or if they go for 2 bite attacks.
Ooh, what's the stack on this?
They both sound real bad.
I was just gonna say, I don't,
Neither
Heads,
sound
breath
great,
weapon,
to be
tails,
honest.
2 attacks.
With this mouth.
Heads is breath weapon. Tails is them jaws.
oh no.
No, I don't know if that's the one you wanted.
Oh,
We'll see
no.
how his resistance stacks up against the breath weapon.
Come on, Adam.
All right, here it goes. DC 26 reflex save.
Oh, that's not a low number at all.
So you just click right over there on that DC 26.
You just click it and don't succeed. That's fine.
Joy.
Wait, but it is electricity, so that's a good
I'm in
for
a
you.
dream.
and bad breath.
Am I able to add inspiration and stuff? Is that are we able to do that here? You know, in the stream dream. You know, dreams. Yes.
You got cards, right?
Yeah.
You've already done a relentless.
Yeah, true. Okay, yeah, you're right. All right, cool. I can't see the party hand. We have a D6, D8, something like that.
What do you want?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We got a little bit of everything. I got a
Everyone
D8,
can
I
see
got
the
a-
party hand. It's just now at the top right hand instead of down below.
You let me know what you want me to burn for you.
I want a
D6, D8, D10.
D10. It's a breath weapon.
All right, D10. Burn it in a
D10. I
D10
want-
for my boy Adam. Burn. Put that +3 on there.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, so you can do a +3 to your reflex save.
Okay, here we go.
Nat 20!
Let's go!
Oh!
Dude!
Let's go.
You take no damage. You need to RP absorbing 6d12 of electricity into your freaking body.
Whew. Oh, that would have been bad.
33 points of electric damage you absorb.
As he does the 2 swipes, and then he stands, and then he takes the kind of the battering, and then the dragon roars as it like roars its head back. Christian notices and kind of triggers the thought of greed and how the dragon is overreaching and how he's getting a bit greedy early on in the fight. And as he powers through, there's this like pause as he kind of slows down time, and you just see the lightning like start crackling towards Christian, and there's just the faint memory and the smell of that sea air, the salty air just kind of lingers in his head as he hears Markos's words to him of who do you want to be? Do you want to go towards the darkness or towards the light? And he just kind of puts his hand up, and as that lightning kind of crackles in, he literally just turns and channels this lightning, and then he just rips it down, and this thunder crack strikes next to him as he just absorbs the entire amount of the fire or the lightning breath. And then he just looks up. I'm not as weak as you think. And I'm gonna go in for another power attack if he's done.
Get him, Christain.
Let's go, dude. Yeah, that's all the actions, man.
Cool. So I will. But first, before I power attack, when I say that, I just glance up and down, and I'm gonna cast True Strike to give myself advantage on the roll, and I'll just swing once with the power attack this turn.
Yes.
But with advantage.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes! Let's go! Get
Heck yeah, man.
Get out of here, dude.
What?
We invoked Umber is what we did. We invoked Umber on the break, and that's what happened.
Ew.
What? Who are you?
I hurt my shoulder.
Never log out of that seed.
Your glasses were holding you back, son. Your glasses were holding you back.
I fist bumped too hard. I hurt my shoulder.
Oh, what is the critical? What is the? Oh, what's the critical?
Holy crap! Nice number.
69.
Nice.
Slashing, hamstring. The target is knocked prone and takes clumsy 2.
Sounds like somebody needs to use an extra strike card.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Finish him.
Oh man! Also, your damage, 69. That's
Nice.
Nice. I mean, am I burning this extra strike card for you right now? Because I will, 100%.
We're gonna add the damage
Take it.
here.
Touch it. Touch it.
Oh
Yeah, we're gonna do the extra strike for sure.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Card burnt, my friend. You are now free to slay about the dragon.
So this just gives me one attack, correct?
Yeah,
One
it's
attack, no map penalty.
no map penalty.
Just one straight attack. I can't do another power because that takes technically 2 attacks, correct?
You
Is that
did
what it does?
you did true strike. You used 2 actions. Then this gives you one action back. So yeah,
It's just
can't
a
do the
regular
power strike.
so-
Yeah.
Yeah. If are they prone? Do I get advantage? Is that how that works? For the I don't know how it works, and
I think it
The-
just lowers their.
just lowers their.
Yeah, you'll see the different
Okay.
penalties that are on there.
All right, and then I'm gonna burn a D8 if we have it.
Plus
So I'll just
2.
add a +2.
Of course we have it.
And here we go.
Oh,
By 4.
Oh, let's go,
Hits
baby.
by 4. Look at all those.
Oh, and a good solid
Oh,
roll.
good roll.
Dude,
DTD.
slay that inner dragon. Let's do it.
So yeah, he gathers the lightning and he strikes it down, and he remembers those words, and he goes in for another power strike, and he kind of slices up from the belly up to the neck towards the mouth, and it knocks the dragon back, and then just like in a blur, he's right on top of it. I will not fall or wane from the path. And he closes his eyes and he just looks up at the grave, the altar to Olroshan, and he nods, your will, my hand. And he just stabs a blade down right into the eye of the dragon and twists. And with that, a loud thunder crack happens with the twist as the lightning expands out, and he slays the beast.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-minute fight.
Our boy rolled the best
I've
We
ever
could
done in my life. I'm
ever do
retiring.
on
This is it.
one-on-one combat.
It was great. We'll see y'all later.
And it all happened in a dream, so no one's gonna believe you.
except for the fact that crack of lightning jets you up awake and everyone else in the house. It's just one of those, as you think for a second that maybe it's just the beginning of another evening storm that happens here very often, but nothing follows it up. But you feel emboldened. You feel level 8. As Christian taking on the first of many trials and milestones will level everyone to 8.
What?
Thanks, man.
Remember when I said powerful ally? Remember when I said that?
How do you feel that? I feel like you're getting
well in my
larger.
life. It's like in my life, that was like the most perfect fight you could have.
Absolutely perfect. You got hit twice.
That's crazy. I'm shaking. Okay.
And Nat 20 saved the breath weapon. Let's go.
That's insane. Dude, that's got to be crazy for Akiko. So Akiko is also getting this experience, but not like that's just happening out of the blue. Oh man, oh, what's happening? What's happening?
Well,
That
for
crack was
Akiko,
felt in the chapel.
it was this completely different experience of getting to share a conversation with a stranger and comforting, and with that comfort and the quell of the storm, you wouldn't feel much different than our kind of emboldened. For us, it's more of a static electricity and a charge, and it's very different from us.
She didn't feel the lightning strike.
I live that life.
No, in a different way.
Right. Okay. That does make more sense, but is also cool that she got to experience that as well.
I'm just still 2 hands on this mug that just keeps refilling.
You have entered your ultimate college life now.
Freaking dope.
Everybody can click that long rest on your character sheet.
Pal gets death roll. Pal gets death roll.
Akiko. Morning time, no better chance to find Headmaster Yarrow than now.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna stuff everything back into my bag as I start to see everyone wake up and talking, conversing, trying to get to where they gotta go. Everyone's got a purpose, and I realize, okay, well, better late than never. And I grab the cup and I kind of pour out the little remainder and just kind of wipe it out and toss it in my bag, kind of looking back at it to make sure it doesn't somehow still fill and ruin my stuff.
Now, it fits on a carabiner on the back, but wherever you pour it though,
She's
there's
still very on.
there's grass grows up 3 or 4 inches taller, it's
Oh god. And I'm gonna start to just make my way towards the office. I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna find it and just kind of very, very lightly knock, almost with kind of I kind of hope he's not in there. Kind of knock.
heads or tails.
Let's do tails.
Come in, please. Hello, is someone
She
there?
just kind of closes and grabs both sides of her bag. Just all right, and then pushes the door slowly open. Hey!
Well, if it isn't Miss Independent Study.
Yeah. figured it was time that I came back and checked in.
You have a formal report for us for your adventures?
Define formal. As I start to just kind of like pull out some of my like scribbles and drawings.
I see you would prefer to have this as a oratory exposition.
I mean, I could just like act it out for you. I've gotten pretty good at it.
Looks over at his hourglass. For you, I have the time.
Okay. And can I performance check just playing out our last?
Please do. Please do. Give us a performance check on this is like
I want to see how badly I can do this.
What's it, Dave from Bungie, the guy that always does on the Vylog.
How well can I just absolutely?
Woo!
All right.
31.
Worthy.
Big success. That's quite an adventure so far. But I am concerned with the multiple parts of you losing control.
And I try to like kind of when those parts happen, like those were the parts that I kind of like mumble down, but he clearly hears me. Like he knows that it's happening, but I'm kind of like I kind of lost it a little bit, and I hurt them.
No. Akiko. We've had an agreement up to this point. This is something that you need to explore on your own. But what you've just described to me is what we're here for. Let us help you.
I thought this was helping. I've been here and I've been everywhere, and I haven't been able to manifest and use it like this, and I'm understanding more, and even they're understanding more, and it feels right, but not if I hurt anyone else.
We don't like using the term curse here. You know that. You are an oracle. And we understand that that does come with understanding the good and the bad things in this world.
What exactly has she done that's been good for me? But good for anyone?
You described it yourself when you helped free them from an underwater prison.
But that's only...
Taken a vessel and guided them in time that no man crew could ever take.
And I just kind of throw my hands up and look away.
Akiko, you have great potential for good. But you must overcome these symptoms that have led to so much danger. You understand now why it's paramount to have people at this university your corner. You are not a science project, Akiko. You are a modern marvel. I promise that no harm will come of you here.
It's not me that I'm worried about. I know she'll protect me. She needs me.
She needs you just as much as you need her in your greatest times. It seems to have only grown stronger. I'm gonna focus on this maelstrom. But I understand it seems like you have strong companions in this zoo that you describe of. Whoever this bronze dragon knight is a wonder in himself. Be able to absorb storm single-handedly. I can't say that we could do the same.
I
But
just kind of roll my eyes. Don't talk him up any more than he does.
It's your own descriptions. I know nothing more than you tell me. Will you at least agree to meet with a sage or a scholar here? I know that you don't want to elicit these feelings unless you have to. But even just a single session, we could learn so much.
Oh, you said I was an experiment.
You're not an experiment. If that is what you wish, I will continue to protect you, Akiko. But let it be known, there are others that do not wish such leniency.
I remember.
And the others very much will view you as a grand experiment.
I trust you. I could stop by and talk to him, I guess.
And let us meet in a week's time. I will grab the most trusted within my circle, both cloistered and academic. I thank you, Akiko. And I hope that in your continued study and with the trust of your friends that you continue to quell the storm inside till it becomes nothing more than the rise or sending of the tides.
That's the plan. They kind of sarcastically just kind of nod off, still kind of like my back turned.
Is there something else on your mind, Akiko?
I didn't exactly want to go by my old dorm, so you didn't get any of my mail here?
In my attempts to cover for you, I have been retrieving your mail.
That's kind of what I figured.
Akiko, I would suggest rerouting it as soon as possible.
I will.
I cannot stress this enough. There are others that are watching. And not just with their eyes. Akiko, they feel the barometric pressure. He pulls out a map. And it takes a second to get yourself orientated. But it literally has a marker placed every time where you've invoked the storm, good or bad. Take care of yourself, Akiko.
I will. And I have friends that take care of me too.
And what you've described, very good friends. Let us meet off campus. A place of your choosing. Where you feel the most comfortable. After all, this is about you and your powers. No laboratory, classroom, or lecture hall is going to be that place.
Okay. You bring snacks though.
I will bring snacks. And I want you to take this seriously.
I am.
So where shall we meet?
You're gonna love our house.
As much as I would love, and I do mean love, to bring snacks to wherever it is that you live in this paradise.
We can't do it there, can we?
The less I know, the less I am forced to tell. Maybe someplace in Marincia.
Well, probably help to have the dragon guy there too. So.
Just was thinking that meeting up underwater may...
What, conceal it? And I point at the map.
You're right. You're right.
That's the fun part. No place is safe.
And let us sail to an independent spot then.
Road trip.
Agree. We will charter a vessel. Enough for all of your companions. And my sage and cloister. I will see you at the docks in a week, Akiko.
Okay.
Please be safe.
Do my best.
He takes a big sigh as he looks over at that hourglass as that last little bit remaining drops out from the hourglass. We will fast forward a bit of time with you, Akiko, making your way back
Just as
towards home.
Bud and Pal are packing up a little
All
search
right,
party.
everybody,
Just
the
Pal
search
waiting at
party
the
starts
gate,
now.
Okay, you said it was the morning. It's the morning, and she's still not here, so I'm heading out.
It's like the beginning of Salute Your Shorts. Donkey Lips is raising the boxers up. Pots and
She's got,
pans.
like, she like walks like down like the dock towards the house with like a thing of like, you know, biscuits and croissants and like donuts, and it's like, hey, stop, guys, hey, like it's just like, what
Oh
up?
my God, it's Akiko, you're alive, thank goodness.
We're all
Find
holding
Tarben asleep on the
flyers. Have
doorstep.
you seen this? Have you seen this fox lady?
He's already got them all drawn out. There's like a stack of them in his arms, like ready to go.
They're all drawn by Krak, so like it's the lady and the fox are obviously switched. It's a fox head and a lady body.
God.
Markos is smoking this coral pipe. I told you she would be here. Hey,
I'm not saying I
She
didn't.
back? She back?
It
course
just,
she's
you know,
back.
didn't know. I was nervous. I was not really me. I'm looking. It's Pal. Pal was the nervous one. I'm just, you know, I
Right.
was.
you are going
Mouthpiece.
to live a short life if you are nervous like that all the time.
Yeah, you tell that to my mom. She said the same thing.
Yeah,
Your
you're
mom's the problem, man. That's probably what made you nervous.
But have mommy issues?
He already has the cat stretched down. You don't know what stray cat he's picked it up from, but he's already good boy stretching.
Oh,
Just pat on my head.
that reminds me, Krak, I have something for you, and Blueberry.
As he holds up this little suit of mariner's armor in perfect form for your little blueberry owlbear.
Oh my gosh, put it on!
I might have fallen asleep after I made it, waiting for Akiko to come home. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fit perfectly.
Now, Blueberry, what do you say when somebody gives you a gift? He says thank you. That was a thank you, by the way.
He goes over and at first it's just it's a nuzzle, and then it goes into full on. Oh, he gets up on his hind legs and goes up against your bare knee, and he's digging in deep, scratching his feathery back.
I put out those claws and just add it to the mix so that the side of my leg.
I wish I could do the narrator's voice from Baldur's Gate 3. I'm gonna have to sit there and practice a little bit. It seems to take a liking to your knee. Deep massage into its back. I wonder what it thinks. Bear and bear.
I will eat you when I'm older. No.
You talk to it. I took a poop today. They do the worst. I don't know why the owlbear is like, hey, I'm an owlbear. Everything else is like sophisticated and like eloquent.
The rats are a full society. Like they're watching everything. Owlbear, nah.
Hello. It's got the biggest brain out of all these. It's like, no, I'm a smooth brain. No, we doing that. It's got to be an eloquent owlbear when he speaks.
Yeah, that reminds me.
I believe it's food time.
when you have to change the diaper, as he lifts up a little toggle on the back, and it's got a butt flap for easy diaper removal.
I'm just gonna record Bife as Blueberry. He's going to be the voice.
That's gonna be amazing.
I just need
perfect.
I just need Bife's soundboard.
So perfect.
In the millennia when I was born.
Thank you, Dada.
Oh, it's so good.
So you're okay? Everything's good?
And I've just
kinda
been
left a
sitting
little bit
down
of a
my
rush.
pal this whole time, like letting him like jump up on me and stuff. Like,
Oh, he's such a happy gamer.
handed off my little bakery items to Bud, and I'm just giving him all the anxiety relief of being gone. I just needed to clear my head a bit, you know.
It was it looked like you and Christain got a little heated there. So, I mean, just between you and me, he also had to burn off a little bit of steam after that toast. So just know that you're not the only one struggling. Okay?
Yeah,
I'm
see, nothing to worry.
Standing right here because I'm like leaned against the door right behind you.
Amazing, he couldn't hold a plank for 15 minutes. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him.
And we doing anything special next week?
Oh, but I got us a job. We been conscripted to hang out with my good friend King Tonga and hunt some more of those fish.
Oh.
You hold up the first conscript, and it shows a picture of this.
Oh God, that was not what I agreed to. No.
Let's go. That's my mom. That's my mom.
Yeah, I can see why you're always nervous.
That's why you have problems, man.
How did you get a picture of Birdie?
Dirty mouth, cleaned it up.
And she
You're telling me
sounds
that-
like the mom from Big Bang Theory.
King Tonga
Does
is
everything have to have
confirming.
tentacles.
Unfortunately, it looks like it. A Frogmoth is here. In Merrowstrand.
Oh, it's here. Oh, it's here. I thought we had to go somewhere. No, it's here.
Oh, part of those ships that have been coming in, like the one you found.
That makes
Apparently.
it real easy.
A lot of those invasive species have been making their way to our shores.
Actually, I did need. There was something I needed to share with everybody too. Also, in 9 days, we may have a problem with larger, creepy critter things. That's kind of one of the pieces of info I got from Jarena. She shared with me the moon cycles for Galadron, and we may have a problem in 9 days or so.
Did you
What
check
did
the
do to
date
make
on
her
that memo?
so mad? She's releasing monsters on us.
Not her. This is coming from the ship that we had seen. It crashed in Galadron, and now we're having to kind of deal with this problem. I think this is all. This feels like this is all tied together.
I have a question. Did you check the date on that memo? Because according to Tarben's little thing that he got, Those creepy things are here, man. Are you sure that date's not 9 days ago and
Well,
today's day 9?
That's what I'm saying is that may be the small problem. The problem is potentially going to get worse in 9 days.
You double check your pamphlet and you realize that Gladleron does not ever teleport to Merrowstrand.
Okay.
You didn't read it?
No, I mean, that was what it was saying, is that it moved around
It never
lunar
teleports
cycle, right?
here. It didn't tell you where it went to, and it's a very old pamphlet, but it does not ever teleport here. That's why there is a dock that is here and a
Okay.
galleon that could get here.
Well,
She fleeced you.
There are other places that can be exposed to these monsters, but Merrowstrand, unless another galleon dumps them here.
well, so maybe not a problem that we have to immediately address, but this does seem to be a larger, widespread problem.
I mean, or ever. We can just go about our business and let somebody else do it.
Yeah, not something that we have to worry about right now, but it's something to note.
It's
I
somebody
think
else. It's
a-
me.
Least a trip to Galadleron to at least let individuals know would be in order.
It
Where
sounded
is
like
this place? What is this place, Galadrielon?
Wherever this Theros Galarum is. And as I see it, Theros Galarum owes us.
yeah, we're picking up the mess.
I will find out ways to get to this secret port of Galadron before it channels to its next place.
Oh, well, you can get us in that kind of connection. Okay, yeah.
I do not know.
VIP?
I will try.
Wow. Okay, so I feel like maybe we need to set some little rules of things that we need to prioritize here. So we have conscription from King Tonga. That's a problem here now that we need to fix.
Yeah, we don't even go anywhere for that one.
Right. That one's
4 things. Precisely. There's 4 creatures, right? Tarben.
But it says
I gave the
Four.
D&D
Only
party
one?
3 forks in the road, and 2 of them were too many.
so
RoBear, don't you dare give us multiple questions. You just
No, I want this. This is great.
no,
I
that's
want
great. I'm trying to help us line out what we have in front of us.
Well,
here.
what's great is that
Quest.
Akiko hasn't. All she said so far was, "What are you doing next week?"
Exactly.
I didn't even say anything yet.
Exactly. So okay, so we got conscription from King Tonga. Do some monster work there. I need to connect with the Violet Veil pretty quickly. I would like to do that today. And then I don't think there was anything else except for Akiko's next week plans. Does that sound right for everybody?
What are the plans, Akiko? He says that a little. He says that a little coldly to you.
Just and like just like before, I'm just gonna kind of turn. It's just we're gonna meet up with the headmaster of the college so we can fight Oracle stuff. No big deal.
Where are we meeting him?
A boat.
Is the boat on land or in water?
Just staring straight through him.
I think a water boat, but I mean maybe a sky boat. They don't really come through here.
may have swallowed a depth charge or 2. He's been working very hard while you've been gone, Akiko.
Fatherhood looks good on you, honestly.
Thank you.
Is there anything we need to prepare or get ready for this?
Or perhaps you could elaborate on what that means precisely.
Oh. But
If
just
I
kind of like steps
knew,
back from the coldness.
I would.
So we're supposed to get on a boat with the head of your university and go somewhere to do what?
Do you know how many times we have gone off to far temples and jellyfish and orcas, and I'm asking us to get on a boat. Can we just get on a boat and go see my teacher? Like, really trying to just gloss over it so that we just...
Your teacher. Interesting.
I'm trying to get in the middle of this, but I'm just trying to say I think he's asking why we don't meet him at some place like the Black Kettle. Why it's got to be someplace in exile, in the middle of the water.
I just think he has a problem with teachers, man.
He does like being alone.
Right.
Just last time got a lot. So we just like to go check out and talk somewhere that's gonna be a little, a little safer, because maybe, people are starting to notice.
I'm sorry. What? Who's noticing who? What?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a cool dragon, so it's not like, oh my god, look, cool dragon. It's more of a, oh my god, unstable lightning bomb. Let me go get that. So, later problem.
I'd just say that's a next week Tarben problem.
Yeah.
Well,
But I told him
suffice
to
to
bring
say,
snacks.
I won't be hands-on.
Honestly, I hope not.
Perhaps maybe I sit that one out.
I hope not. Hey.
The naivety of young. And he just turns and he heads back in.
That was a little terse.
I believe that he's speaking of himself. Truly, the naivety of the young. As Markos will turn and go for yo ass upstairs.
I don't know what got into him, but hey, we're all hands on deck for you. We get us on a boat to go have a talk in a faraway land about whatever it is. You got it. We'll probably bring all the supplies in case we run into trouble, though, is what I would recommend. Yes.
Peanut butter and jelly
always good to be
sandwiches for
prepared.
everybody.
Like all the bombs I can handle. Got it.
They just want to help. And it's just safer to do so somewhere else. For everyone.
Oh, okay.
Do you think this
And
is
I
like
really-
a dangerous thing?
Huh.
Upstairs. What is your problem?
What do you mean, what's my problem, Markos? She walks back after almost annihilating me wholly, and then asks us to go on a boat trip in a week in the middle of nowhere to do the exact same thing that I've tried to help her with since we got here, with strangers. And
Being
she
a
has
warrior is doing the exact same thing, whether you like it or not. You treat her like a child.
She is a child.
Your actions speak of a child. You have not conquered the discipline outside or inside your own head. You wield great power, but complain about it. You do great deeds, yet you hold it against yourself. You can only blame your temperaments on your draconic lineage for so long before you have to realize that you are the asshole, Christian Geller. Now, are you going to be a warrior and are you going to help your friend on that boat? Or are you going to run and hide like the man who gave up in the backyard?
I don't run from fights.
And I'll see you on the boat. I'll slam the door.
I toss a chair.
Yes! Something's gotta go! Something's... You'd be like, that's a drywall fix.
You hear another crack of lightning inside.
I'll get the drywall putty out of the shack.
I think I should have just said I didn't want to put a hole in the wall again.
And I'm gonna come back like heavy down the steps, almost as heavy as Pal sliding down. And I just pick up the coral pipe and I'm like a beeline for fresh air out in the front, just walk through everybody planning with like snacks.
Oh, sounds like it got a little heated up there. Jeez. Okay, well, just gonna be over here sipping my coffee.
Okay, Kermit.
Okay.
So okay, so next week was there a set date or was it just a week from today?
A week from today.
Okay.
I met him this morning, so.
So we have a 7-day out plan. We've got Tarben, your conscript, that's an ASAP job, right? That's as soon as we can, right?
As soon as we get in the water.
Okay. I really just need to send a message to the Violet Veil. I really don't even have to go anywhere with them today. I got to get this parcel out. So I'll wrap that up and get that out, and then we can. I mean, honestly, we could work on the conscript today if we wanted to.
King Tonga wouldn't reach out if he wasn't in dire need for his people, given that these are the same bastard fish we dealt with when we were here in the harbor. I think, yeah, send your message and let's make to the water.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab the letter that I drafted, and I have that illusionary staff that we had the Hopeless Ones make that has that branding on it. And
It's just
in the
a
letter,
literal piece of driftwood that is made to look identical to the bar of
Right.
Theriscalarum.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that. Have the letter is gonna not have any information. I have my whole report that I have built, but I'm not sending that with this letter. This letter just has, hey, started working on the project, haven't heard anything from you guys. Here's some of the stuff we started uncovering. Let's set up a meeting. And that's pretty much all the letter says. And I'll get that sent out in postage today or this morning.
Anyone else with anything this morning that they would like to do?
Another thunder crack. I was kidding.
And the thunder
Still
rose.
mad, just like a
And the lightning strikes. Bam, bam, bam.
Another love draws cold.
I'm gonna go with
On a
that.
Merrowstrand
I'm
night.
gonna go with that. I'm gonna
Awards
go
and
with that
princes.
to the to the post office. Post.
Yeah, just to drop off.
Every time there's a lightning strike, you just hear Krak under his breath, going, "I really got to move my room."
Somewhere deep underground.
Cracked butthole gets a little tighter every time there's a rattle that shakes the house.
Bud. It's not even 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. But while you're sitting back home, there is a bit of what appears to be that morning fog roll in. But it's darker. And it's like almost having a little dirt devil just like blow into your household. And before you know it, it's just you surrounded by darkness.
Hello?
You see a single man stepping forward with what looks like noble robes from Merrowstrand, your typical gold, teal, and white. They have shoulder-length blonde hair, appear to be in their late 30s, early 40s, crystal blue eyes, and a hand on their shoulder as someone steps forward with much more formal purplish robes tied with a gold waistband and a very familiar triangle pendant of the velvet veil. But you can see that there is also a very ornate sash that is tied around their eyes. As this gentleman leads him from the darkness into the room.
Wow, you guys were quick.
Thank you, Simon. As he sits down on one of the stools adjacent from you in the room.
Yeah. Can I get you something to drink, maybe? Well, I think we have some baked goods still left over.
That will not be necessary. My name is Julian Netheridge, Grand Inquisitor of the Violet Veil.
Well, pleasure to meet you.
I'm going to make a roll on Jarina's minor illusion.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
On the item. For this, I'm going to roll just stock deception, since it is the same as thievery. It is a plus 13. This will be the DC for the Grand Inquisitor. Oh, that 19 was there.
Ugh.
Do you want to luck this roll?
Yes, I do. I do want to luck the roll.
Go ahead and burn that card.
I will burn it. Burn it. No, same number.
All right, Inquisitor token. Oh God. Well, let's pray for that nat one.
His modifier's got to be low, right? Like he's just a grand visitor.
Huh.
Okay. It was a low roll.
Except for the fact that it's an inquisitor. They are ruthless. As it simply heals the veil back on that piece of driftwood. Now, typically, something of this nature would simply be filed into a darker, deeper blacklist. But you saw this to recreate it. It's too good. And you happen to be in luck that you aren't the only one that may be pursuing Theras Galarum as a lead.
Okay, is that I'm taking that as you are also the other one?
Show it to me.
I feel like in this moment, the theatrics, the entrance, the like ego to just come in and sit down immediately at somebody's table has Bud a little like on his back foot, and he's gonna like, okay, and I'm gonna rummage through my pack and pull out that rod. So reason I didn't just want to send this initially is because I don't know who to trust in this situation. I mean, like, you guys are supposed to be the ones that find the truth, but I don't know. Somebody is working on the inside for a lot of these threads getting pulled, and that's where the hesitation was at. And I thought I should share that.
Honest discretion. Simon, if you could do the verification for me. And Simon doesn't speak. Roll a perception check. You can see that Simon speaks with a correspondence of what looks like grips and finger taps after he inspects
just
the piece.
By chance, I have the reed lips feet. Would that apply in this scenario? It'd be a language I wouldn't be familiar with, but
the fact that they have some sort of code, I'm giving to you on a 25.
Okay.
There's a code that's there.
Right. Too unfamiliar to make out what is exactly being said.
Yeah. Simon pulls out another piece of Theras Galarum cage. As you may or may not know, there are multiple beasts of the Fae already wreaking havoc inside of our seas.
And I have heard this, actually, yeah.
Well, this is not the Veil's department. Finding Theras Galarums is.
Why are you guys so keyed up on him specifically?
His cargo has become our city's responsibility. It is the job of the Veils to find out the why. You survived where others perished, but Hopperdink.
Yeah, that it wasn't just me, but yeah, we did seem to turn over some rocks, that's for sure.
This is your first investigation.
In Merrowstrand, yes.
From the Veil, as he hands you the paperwork for wanted Theris Galarum. Alive.
As in like I'm this is my gig? This is it?
This is your invitation trial.
I'm cool. And he's gonna grab it.
I'm cool.
Find out what Theris Galarum wants with all of this. Bring him back alive for independent questioning before the other institutions get to him. Remember,
okay.
You are a private investigator. We must be discreet. We must be the Veil.
There's anybody that knows discreet. It's Bud and Pal, man. We are Detective Agency number 1 at your service.
And their still image evaporates just like the minor illusion.
The still image of the wanted poster?
No, wanted poster stays. The image of Simon and Julian both dematerialize.
Dip? That could... Also, could I... okay. And you're gone.
And on the table is one small triangular amethyst pendant.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
On that pendant, on either side, radiates a small piece of magic. Invisibility on one side and darkness on the other.
It's real. It's happening.
No one else sees this darkness, and the sounds and the birds and the chirps of the sea return as that darkness dematerializes.
Did you guys just see that?
Hell are you talking about? I'm making peanut butter and banana honey sandwiches for our trip.
What are you talking? The Grand Inquisitor was just here. He just was here right in this living room.
Pal even rolls his eyes at you.
The Grand who?
Not this again.
Christain,
I see we're drinking early today.
check the frog's temperature.
As
He might
like,
be
yeah.
out of his
We've
mind.
got like an assembly line, just putting the like sandwiches and wrapping them and stuff, trying to put them away.
Pal leaves your side.
Pull out all of my hair that doesn't exist.
He immediately goes over to lean up on Akiko and be like, I miss you.
I'm just kind of like take some of the peanut butter and just put it down by you.
If I was fibbing, where would I have gotten this from? And I'm gonna hold out my new pendant.
It's like that still frame where everyone's like, "Ugh," and that's where we'll end and pick up there next week.
What?
Oh, so good.
So much to do next time.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Let's do it all in one session.
Yes,
Do
all the roads. We'll do it all.
Four
Well,
monster
let's do
fights. Okay, I want to figure out the entirety of Akiko's Vegas thing. I want to.
If I don't know if Christian slays a bronze dragon in 2 turns, then yeah, who knows?
That'll never happen again.
Oh,
Never again.
so
Count your
good.
inner mud
That was
god on
dope.
that one.
Yeah, enjoy level 8.
Level 8!
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody brought it up either.
That was sick.
Well, we haven't really done it yet. I mean,
This
like
whole
it
session
happened.
was
It
sick.
happened in
Well, it was
session,
like
but
the crack in the middle of the night that you guys all woke up to.
Yeah.
Heat lightning and Merrowstrand happens all the time.
True.
Yeah.
It was a bunch of guys. We kind of woke up and we're like, oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, still works. Still works.
somebody else is gonna be beating their dragon in that too.
Oh no!
All right, does that have scales on it or not? We'll find out next week. Love y'all.